Stop Being Yourself, summary of the book by Joe Dispenza, The Secret to Transforming Your Mind, Your Energy, and Your Reality. Let's begin. You'll see. What if you could stop being the old version of yourself? What if you could change your mind, your energy, and your destiny? Not in years, but in just a few weeks? This isn't magic. It's neuroscience, epigenetics, and what Joe Dispenza describes in Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. Today I'm going to summarize his most transformative ideas, combined with scientific studies from universities like Harvard, Stanford, and Princeton, so you can truly understand why your mind is capable of changing your reality. One of 6 fantastic points. The quantum power of attention. Joe Dispenza starts from a basic concept. Where you put your attention, you put your energy. This idea matches the famous observer effect in quantum physics, which shows that observation changes the behavior of subatomic particles. Although we're not particles, it's interesting that your focus shapes your experience. Neuroscience confirms it. A study from Harvard University showed that brain activity changes when you simply observe a new possibility or pay attention to a new thought. Point 2, Dispenza, I love it. When you observe and choose to change, your brain and biology reorganize, transforming your life. 2, the mind-body connection is not a theory, it's biology. Every thought produces an emotion. Every emotion produces a chemical, and that chemical tells your cells who you are. Thinking the same thoughts daily makes you feel the same each day, and your body will keep living in the past, in your life from yesterday, not in the new life you want. Epigenetics, research by scientists like Bruce Lipton and other teams at Stanford University, shows that your internal environment, your emotions, your stress, your calm, your gratitude can turn genes on or off. Your mind is literally a biological switch. When you change your thinking, you change your internal chemistry. Joe Dispenza studies a lot in a scientific way. That's why I find him much more reliable. Besides, he is very well focused in all his books. Studies and observations, focused on studies and observations. Point 3. Gratitude and intention. The keys to reprogramming yourself. Gratitude is not just a nice emotion, it's an extremely powerful neurochemical state. Studies published in Frontiers in Psychology show that gratitude reduces cortisol, activates brain circuits of well-being, and improves emotional regulation. Joe Dispenza says it like this. You are already that new version. And your body, which can't tell the difference between what's real and what's imagined, as proven by a Harvard study on muscle visualization, starts to respond, as if that future were already here. Gratitude and intention create a quantum accelerator. Point 4. Overcoming time and space. Think like your future self. Your old self thinks from memory, your future self thinks from possibility. Authentically visualizing and feeling a new version of yourself helps your brain grow. New neural pathways, as demonstrated by neuroplasticity research from the University of London, which says this: you don't need reality to change for you to feel different. You need to feel different for reality to change. Fantastic. This is what Joe Dispenza calls living from the future. Acting, thinking, and feeling like your highest version before it arrives. 5. Create new realities. Get out of autopilot. Your personality is shaped by your thoughts, emotions, and habits. If you don't change your thoughts, feelings, or actions, your life won't change. Your brain is wired by repetition, and you can rewire it again. Joe Dispenza explains that every time you choose to respond differently, to breathe instead of reacting, to be grateful instead of complaining, to visualize instead of fearing, you are breaking the old groove and creating a new path. It's like walking through a forest. At first it's hard, but the more you walk it, the easier it gets, because the paths become clearer, and every time you go through there, the path is more marked. Point 6. Meditation, the lab where you reinvent yourself. Meditation isn't just sitting and breathing, it's the space to change your identity. Dispenza describes it as the tool to observe your thoughts without becoming them. Science backs this up. Studies from Yale University show that meditation reduces activity in the default mode network, which is the part of the brain that keeps you trapped in the past. Meditation and visualization help you let go of your old self and create a new one. In meditation and visualization, you break old patterns, reprogram emotions, form a new identity, and align with your desired future. Conclusion: to stop being yourself continuously in order to become who you want to be continuously. You are not a fixed being, you are an evolving possibility. You can change your brain, your energy, and your destiny, but you must decide to stop being the old version. Your new life begins when you choose a new thought and hold on to it every day. Write in the comments, I choose to become my new self.